Shit. All right, so this definitely has to be the last one. It's not that these take a long time to do, but there's a lot to think about when you're doing this for artists. You gotta give credit where credit is due. Um, okay. Ooh, I don't even know where to start. All of these are some damn good albums. Actually, okay, so the first one in the box here, More Than a Woman, that is a very undersold and underrated album. Not a lot of people talk about that album for whatever purpose. I don't know why. It's so good. Um, it has it had kind of a fresher R&B feel to it. It wasn't really like her other albums that were more like, ballads and like soul based songs. Very soully, and they get all into the crevices of your being. That one had kind of like a fresher R&B feel to it. With kind of like a lot of what you would hear nowadays. I love that album for the simple fact that there are a couple. I'm not gonna say that they're ballads, but they're kind of slower tunes on there. Like Selfish is a really good one. I think that one was written or made by Brandy actually. Selfish is a good one, and then Rock Me, Roll Me is a really good one. That's kind of like a sexy song. Um, just to keep it PG, kind of a sexier song. And then there's And I Love You is another good one. There's a couple of good songs on there. Me and My Boyfriend, not my favorite song. I think that was the most popular one when she released that album. But that one's not really my favorite. Because I think who else made that song? I think Jay-Z and Beyonce made a version of that song, Me and My Boyfriend. I think I'm pretty sure that was them though. But other than that's a pretty good album. Like if I had to give a number rating for that album, I'd give it like a 7. For the simple fact that it sounds like a fresher R&B versus what she would usually do. But that's a circle of life. You gotta kind of transform with the times. Um, Toni Braxton, Secrets. That's a really good album for a lot of different reasons. Excuse me, because it has a lot of different variations. It had like some jazz on there because I think it's called How Can an Angel Break My Heart. I think they did a version with Kenny G on the saxophone with that song, which is not on this album, but I think they ended up doing that. So there's a lot of different things on that album, which made it very refreshing. But it still had like her essence on it, even though it had like all these other different things on it. And then Unbreak My Heart, obviously a really great song. And Talking in His Sleep is another one of my favorites on that album. Let It Flow is really good too. You know, all the good stuff. And then quickly moving on to obviously her self-titled album, Toni Braxton. Great album. All the songs are good. Babyface did his thing on there. LaFace, I think, was her record label at that time before shit hit the fan, of course. But yeah, great album. Super. It was just really good. Like I don't really have much to say about that. It was a really great album. All the songs were good. There were no bad songs on that album. I can honestly say that about that album specifically. There were no bad songs on that fucking album. Classic, still to this day. Every black household has this somewhere on a shelf, just getting dusty as fuck somewhere. It's in there somewhere. Um, yeah, no complaints. So number one would probably have to be Secrets. really great album. Number two would be the self-titled one, and then number three would be More Than a Woman.